Hey, in this video, I'm going to tell you how to use the human charger for jet lag. I recently did a podcast with a fellow named Gary Miller, who's an Olympic ski coach, and he uses the human charger with his athletes when they're going through time zones. So sometimes they've got an event in Europe, and then just a few days later, they've got an event somewhere in the States or in Canada, and the time zones are drastically different. So this is how he sets up the human charger. So for example, if you were flying from New York to London, you would use the human charger in the new time zone. So you're New York time, but you're going to move over to London time. You'd find out what the time is in London at, say, 8 a.m. And you could probably even use 7 a.m. Your normal wake up time, you want to use the human charger. So you just press the button, light goes on, goes in your ears, and it lights up through the kind of thin wall of the eardrum and straight onto the brain. And it helps reset your circadian rhythm when you're moving through time zones. So you use it on the hour, every hour for the new time zone. So say 7 a.m., you would use it, 8 a.m., you would use it, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., maybe 4 times, but you might do it all the way up to midday or even later, sort of 3 o'clock. But after 3 o'clock, you don't want so much light exposure because you want the kind of darkness to settle in and you want to kind of get the sleep. You want to tell your brain it's nighttime. So you're tricking your brain into saying it's morning, even though it's not morning. And if you're on a plane, you're not necessarily getting natural light depending on where you're sitting and depending on the time of day. So that's how you use the human charger for jet lag. Use it for the new time zone you're moving into and set it up like you would experience the sun in that time zone. So say 7 a.m., forward, all the way through on the hour, every hour. And that's how Gary Miller is using this with his athletes.